Hello, this is Monique McDonald. And if you're looking for more one-on-one help with your voice and how to make it magnetic, I want to invite you to check out my coaching packages at themagneticvoice.com. Then click Transform with Monique and book a complimentary connection call. Let's see if we can find a package for you that will fit all of your needs. I'm so grateful for your listening to the Magnetic Voice podcast, and I can't wait to meet you and continue the conversation. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to the Magnetic Voice, here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, a show where speakers and singers learn how to be more magnetic and align their voices to the divine within. Today, episode 69, The Wheel of Time. And now your host, Monique McDonald.
Hello, and welcome to the Magnetic Voice podcast. My name is Monique McDonald, and I'm here with the lovely Shannon Kropf.
Hello. It's so good to see you.
We're so happy to be here with all of you today, and our darling producer, Dave.
I'm still here.
So, Shannon, we are almost at the end of July of 2023.
This sounds so cliche. I really don't know where it's gone. It's my dad used to say, "Oh, as you get older, time speeds up," and I was like, "Yeah, got it." But he was for real serious.
I'm starting to wonder about that.
Like,
I heard the same thing growing up, and I was like, "No, you can't bend time.
No.
Time is not bendable."
Apparently, it is.
Apparently, it is.
Because seriously, I'm constantly, every time there's a new month, I'm flabbergasted that we've arrived at that month.
Yeah,
Do you remember when we were kids and summer was like forever?
It lasted forever.
It was like an eternity, and it was amazing. Now I'm like, summer, okay, that's over.
That's so funny. And you're reminding me, one of my, I call her my niece and my nephew, although they're not related, but I love their parents so much. They're like brothers and sisters to me. But she's 11, and she made a film about summer fun.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the kid is a genius. But she was talking about what summer means to her. And what the gist of it was that it's her opportunity to just be.
Yeah.
Like school and all the activities and going. And now she just gets to be and make up films and do things she just always wanted to do.
Yes.
And it just got me thinking about, do adults get to have summer fun? Like, what I think I lost something there.
Right. When did that go away?
Right, because school's over and there are these like 2 months of summer fun. And all of a sudden it's work, and work.
Yeah. You know, I love Europe, and I think the Europeans have it right with we're just going to shut down for 5 weeks.
That's right.
Good
They
luck.
take 5 weeks every year. And luckily they don't all take them at the same time.
That would be awkward.
But it's built into their work-life schedule. And, last month in June, it was the summer solstice.
Yeah.
And that is the day when daytime light is longer, right? The day's longer. And the next day, the days start getting shorter.
Yeah.
Right? And shorter and shorter and shorter until the winter solstice. I mean, it got me thinking about how, the indigenous people talk about the wheel of time and that they talk about by honoring these moments of seasons and, of course it's indigenous. So it's all about the earth and the crops and the time of year. And they literally tune themselves, forgive the pun, to the patterns of nature.
Right.
And as we're here in July, I realized that, and I'm here in Florida.
Right.
Still. I actually did give myself a month
Yeah.
of being in Florida.
Yeah.
Where things are just slower. I'm at my auntie's house and she has a big swimming pool. And,
Yes.
and I get to hang out with my friends that I never get to see and some former clients that it's just been so good to get back in touch with them. And my lifestyle feels like it's more in tune with nature.
Absolutely.
Because I'm spending more time outside. I'm swimming in the swimming pool. And as we start to tune ourselves in this particular way, and what I mean by tune is to just become aware of the changing seasons, the natural rhythms that are created by the earth itself. And each turning point on the wheel of time, the natives believe they help the wheel turn.
Oh, that's cool.
By honoring
these
moments. So today I just wanted to talk about, honoring time. I know, it's a weird thing to even think about, right?
Yeah.
We are all, I think the reason why it's come up is because I'm working in my MasterMind and all the participants are now, I'm timing them. So they're telling their story. It has to be 3 to 5 minutes. They're teaching their content. It has to be 5 minutes, just so that they get used to, as we were discussing last podcast, the shorter the time.
Right.
the more you
focused, the more work.
Exactly. The more. And so to get used to what does 5 minutes feel like in your body.
By the way, when you're speaking, it feels like nothing.
Right.
It feels like a blink and you're done.
That's right. That's right. And so and when you're having fun.
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And when you're waiting for somebody, it's like endless.
The longest segment of time I ever experienced was when I tripped and fell down in this place over here called Avalon Park. There was a crack in the sidewalk and Dave and I are just walking along. And suddenly time almost stopped. And I was looking at the sky or, the horizon. And then I had time to go, why is there grass in my vision now?
Oh, my goodness.
I had time to think through that. Like, well, that's not good. I must be falling before I actually hit the ground. It took forever.
That's so interesting, too, because you're a very visual person.
Yeah. Right.
Right? So for you, it was the visual scene changing.
Right. Exactly.
That you were first aware of. That is so cool.
Isn't that crazy? Just our perception of time is, I don't know. There's just something divine in it,
There absolutely is. And sometimes, I have a friend that every time I talk to her, she doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
I just don't have time. And I just want to just put my arms around her and say, right now, you have more time than you will ever need because it's right now.
Yeah. And it's always right now. So.
And it's always right now. Like even later, it's going to be now.
Exactly. Exactly. I just had this chat with the composers that Dave and I work with. And I was talking about it in terms of just, not being in the past or in the future and how we can get so wrapped up in what the future is going to hold that we stop living.
That's it.
Now. We start living somewhere in the future. And that's just all speculation. And for a lot of people, that turns to worry.
Absolutely.
And you can't change anything by worrying about it.
You really can't. And, that's the same thing about, saving money.
Right.
Or, saving money to move, to be in a better place, in a better life.
Yep.
All of a sudden, you're denying yourself this moment in an effort to save for the future. And yet you're miserable now.
Right.
Because you're denying yourself all the time.
This showed up for me in a funny little way. I had bought down at Disney Springs this tube of really expensive, fancy schmancy lotion.
Okay.
And it was gently scented with gardenia blooms and all that. It was lovely. But it was so precious to me that I decided I'd save it and not use it very much.
Like my grandmother would say, save it for good.
And you know what happened?
You never used it.
I never used it. It went bad and weird smelly, and I never used it. And we do that all the time, though, don't we?
We really do. We really do. It's an interesting thing. And so as we really start to become conscious of our time and how time works, because the other thing that I'm playing with, which is really kind of cool, is quantum leaps.
Ooh.
So I'm working with this amazing woman, Jennifer Hoff, she works on quantum physics and as it relates to spirituality and
one of my favorite topics, by the way.
Oh, really?
It's all the same.
Oh,
all
I know.
Spirituality and quantum. It's like, oh, that's the unifying field, the unifying theory. Got it.
Yes, exactly. And so one of the things that she was teaching us was, because I went down to Asheville, North Carolina, which, by the way,
gorgeous.
Asheville, North Carolina is like a veritable vortex of energy. Who
It
knew
is.
that? I didn't know that.
Like, there's this little mountain town, and all the creative energy alone is just like off the charts.
And the mountains are so friendly, and it just feels like they're embracing you. So I was there working with Jennifer Hoff, and she was making the point of how so often we feel like in order to deserve whatever future thing, whatever future success, whatever future thing we'd like to manifest, we have to go through certain steps or certain toll gates.
Okay.
And she said, what if you could just decide to be that now and feel the feelings and bring the future now?
Yeah.
Then you just leap right over all those shoulds or, payment.
Right.
Paying in order to have or be whatever it is we want.
Yeah.
And so
I vote for that.
I vote for that too. It seems just like A, more fun.
Yeah.
And B, what if? What if? And that's when, I just started living in, okay, so one of the things I'm working on right now is creating a certain number of money every month.
Yeah.
And my logical brain said, well, you can't go straight to 20K.
Right.
You got to start at 5K and then
Work
go to
your way
10K
up
and then go to 15K. And I was like, well, what if I didn't?
What if I just went straight to the end goal?
So I did 20K in sales in 2 days.
Oh my God.
And I had never done.
Oh my God.
I know. I had never. It was like I opened up time. Is the way I think about it. And I just decided to live that future thing now. And I started acting as if. I started to get curious about what would happen if I did make 20K. Like, what would I do? How would I celebrate?
Wow.
What would it feel like? And I started living, and I would practice that every day.
Yeah.
And then whatever harebrained idea that I came up with to do it. I just followed it.
Yeah.
Like I got message, oh, you should call so-and-so. And I was like, so-and-so? She doesn't have any money, for example. Right? We do this all the time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And so I didn't. And then I just kept getting the message. And then lo and behold, so I called up so-and-so. And indeed, she didn't have the money, but she wanted to be in the mastermind so much. She found the money.
Huh.
I was just shocked.
Wow.
At watching. And, you know, I'm talking about money, but it's also about how you feel. And,
Sure.
And, you know, I have this dear friend who's just angry, just full of anger because she's thinking about when she gets out of New York
right.
and how much better life is going to be.
Right.
So everything about New York right now is
just
pissing
drives
her
her
off.
crazy. Right.
So she's just full of anger. And
Yeah.
I just want to hug her up and say, yes, save money. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying don't do that.
Right.
Yes, have future goals. But when we realize that tuning into the energy of the earth, the energy of time, and realize that it's a man-made, it's a man-made thing, time.
Yeah.
The universe is timeless.
Right.
Especially if you are looking and studying quantum physics.
Right.
Right?
Yes. I just finished reading a book. I can't even remember the name of it right this second. But it was about, this is going to get way too nerdy, so I'll keep it short. But, you know, the spooky action at a distance, the reason we call ourselves quantum sisters is when one atom is affected over here, the other one is affected similarly, regardless of location and time and all of that. Well, this was a story about, you know, the Large Hadron Collider, where they bang particles together and try to find like the origin of the universe. Anyway.
I'm loving this.
It's too nerdy. How do I bring it together? They found extra particles in this fictional story, and they called it quantum radio because somebody had been able to send one half of the particle of the two to a different time and place and still have it react with this other particle that it's attached to, and nobody knows where or who is doing it. And it's so interesting. But the idea, I don't know why I said that. The idea being I think time doesn't exist.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That it's a man-made concept, time. And that so many of us are so about scarcity of time.
Yes.
I was watching a documentary on David Foster who, y'all who don't know who David Foster is, please look him up and look at all of the amazing songs of your life that he wrote that you probably don't know that he wrote. And one of the last things he said, this genius who created so much beautiful music for us as a country, as a, global, he's done it. He said, I'm fast becoming aware that there are many more summers behind me than summers in front of me. Mm-hmm. And so I better hurry up and he wants to do a Broadway show.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, okay, yes, and we don't know.
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen next?
Right.
And although we are living in this three-dimensional world,
of course,
and time does take its toll, I'm right now hanging out with my 79-year-old, she's going to kill me, auntie, who is living her best life. She's sailing all over the place.
Oh, wow.
She's flying here and there, and she's not letting time define her.
Yeah.
She is defining her own sense of time. So those of you out there listening, I want to invite you to remember that you get to participating in turning the wheel of time. You get to participate in that. So how fast do you want time to turn? And take those moments to tune in and slow down and really enjoy the moment now. Or take a quantum leap. You never know what you might find. All right. Here we are. We've turned the wheel of time, and we are here in this moment together. As you breathe and become super aware of the energy of this now moment, hear yourself breathe. Feel wherever you're sitting or standing. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel how you're standing in this world right now or sitting. Feel yourself own and fill this now moment. You are your future self now. You are the past now. And you are none of them now. You are all the past and the future, and nothing at all, because we are here in this now moment. I know it's a strange concept, isn't it? But as you breathe and become aware of just watching your breath and feeling yourself expanding into this teeny, teeny, weeny little moment of now, and the expansion of no time, all time. They are both present in you in this moment. As the beautiful philosopher Rumi said, we are both the drop in the ocean and the ocean in the drop. We are both in this now moment and in a forever moment. Know the beauty of this truth. Know that all that you are is everything and everywhere, right here and right now. And know that nothing else exists but this now moment. They are both true. And feel yourself moving from one to the other. Your personal, beautiful self in this now moment. And your all-knowing, all-loving, fully expanded and actualized self, the divine within you, the expansion of all of time, the forever, the infinite. It's all you. Thank you for being here with me in this moment. And thank you for being unity itself, the unity of all time and all moments, the unity of all souls. We are both. And we say yes to life. Blessings to you, my dear one. And so it is.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Magnetic Voice here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. This channel is made possible because of listeners just like you. If you would like to support the channel with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head over to experienceofthesoul.com/support. The Magnetic Voice is copyright 2022 Monique McDonald, all rights reserved. Our theme music is composed by Dave Kropf and used with permission. The Experience of the Soul podcast channel is a production of 818 Studios.
Hey friends, Sean here, your Experience of the Soul producer. I want to take a moment to tell you about something truly exciting. The Soulworks online community, created by your host, Cynthia Alice Anderson, and available on the Mighty Networks app. If you're looking for a place where you can explore your spiritual path, connect with others, and grow in a meaningful way, then this is for you. Soulworks is so much more than an online community. It's a safe, inclusive space for spiritual exploration, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Inside the community, you'll find everything from uplifting spiritual studies to soul-centered growth practices, meditations, affirmations, and so much more. It's a space where you'll always be supported and never judged. The best part, membership is free. You'll have access to powerful resources, inspiring content, and a supportive group of like-minded people who are all on their own unique spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there are premium options available to enhance your experience with a live Monday night talk series and extended, deeper meditations. If you're seeking a place to connect, grow, and nurture your soul, we would love to have you join us in the Soulworks community and see where this journey can take you. Visit my.soulworkscommunity.com today.